How responsible is Luck for the loss? Skip Bayless.
Stephen A. Smith, I think very responsible. Before I get to my points here, let's deal with the two controversial plays, if you will. Let's talk about what Kerry just talked about. The interception. Obviously, it's 3rd and 9 at the 22. You are in field goal range with 5 minutes to go in the game. And Brandon Boykin does get his hands on T.Y. Hilton. Now, it was within the 5-yard zone, so it was legal to touch him. I can't really tell if he throws him down. I know Pagano was saying he got tackled. Maybe the left hand grabs the back of little T.Y. I think he's 175 pounds. But as he tries to reverse cut and almost back cut, he loses his balance and goes down. Here's my point about the throw. It looked like Malcolm Jenkins had read it like a comic book. He was breaking hard on the football already. Are we sure that would have been an easy completion? I'm not. I'm sorry. I thought it was ill-advised to even throw at all. And our Indianapolis reporter for ESPN.com, Mike Wells, good guy, good writer, suggested maybe you shouldn't have been throwing it all there because you could have kicked a field goal that would have put you up 10 at that point with about 5 minutes to go in the game. So I'm not sure about was it blatant interference or grabbing and throwing. I guess I'll throw a flag on that one. But again, I thought it was an ill-advised throw to start with that Malcolm Jenkins would have eaten up anyway, even if there hadn't been any contact. What's your thought on that one?
Well, my thought on that one is that I believe that I don't think he would have been open, Skip.
Yeah.
But I think he would have been in the pathway of Malcolm Jenkins to prohibit the interception.
Okay, that's fair.
To deny the interception. So I'm thinking that, it might have been an incomplete pass. It might have been no gain. It might have been something along those lines. What it would not have been in all likelihood is an interception giving the Philadelphia Eagles the ball in a position to tie the game. That's what it would not have been.
3:25 left in the game. Andrew Luck and company get the football back, 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line, and they go Trent Richardson, and then on 3rd and 5 from the 25, Luck then throws incomplete to Reggie Wayne. And people say, I know our Trent Dilfer, Steve Young said after the game, hey, what the heck, man? Yeah. You put the ball in your best player's hands. And I'm going to ask this again, Stephen A. I keep waiting to see. I'm never saying that Andrew Luck is a bust. God forbid. He's obviously not a bust. But the premature coronation of Andrew Luck continues to drive me nuts because I keep waiting for the breakout game, the signature game, the big stage, Monday Night Football game. And last night he goes 20 for 34 for 172 yards. And if you recall, if we could see this real quickly, in the middle of the third quarter, he throws one in the red zone into the end zone that Bradley Fletcher he hits him right in the hands. The Eagles corner hits him right in the hands, and he dropped it. Well, everybody just gives him a pass for that. So we give him a pass for even last year, Stephen A. I keep bringing it up, but against Kansas City at home in a playoff game, Luck threw them into a very deep hole, then he then threw them out of. But he threw 3 interceptions. And then at Foxborough in the next playoff game, he threw 4 interceptions. Is it possible that Pep Hamilton, the coordinator last night, 1st and 10 at the 20 late in the game, is saying, I don't know if I want to put the ball in the hands of my quarterback. Pep was his coordinator at Stanford. I know they're close, but maybe they decided this isn't the best spot for our best player to have the ball in his hands. That's what it looked like to me.
Is that a rhetorical question, or do you want an answer?
I want your answer.
Let me tell you something right now. I think that when you have to take into consideration, Skip, 2 things that Andrew Luck has been working with or against from the moment he arrived in the NFL. A weak offensive line and virtually no running game. Now, obviously, that wasn't the case last night because they accumulated 101 yards on the ground in the first half. But nevertheless, when you look at the Indianapolis Colts, that's the M.O. The M.O. was put the ball in Andrew Luck's hands and Andrew Luck take us there. And so as a result, you call it a premature coronation. I don't find that to be the case. I told you from day one, Andrew Luck should have been the #1 overall pick, regardless of how great RG3 was in his rookie year. I said to you that chances are, no matter what Andrew Luck is lacking, he's going to be able to be what RG3 is because he has deceptive athleticism. He can scramble out of the pocket, but he's got tree trunks for legs. He can stand in the pocket. He can make every throw. His IQ is off the charts. He has these abilities, and over the long haul, he's going to be more durable. If you go back to a couple of years ago, that's exactly what I talked about. I looked at RG3, even though his upside was greater. I talked about those slim legs. I talked about his relatively slim frame, and I said it's going to be a problem for him. You look at Andrew Luck in Indy, you have no offensive line. You've got Trent Richardson who came over from Cleveland.
No offensive line.
They're not that great.
Bad. They projected very well last night. Go ahead.
They're not that great. And you know they're not that great, and they haven't been that great. That's all I'm trying to say. But my point is that because protection has been a constant issue with Andrew Luck, and you combine that with people being able to stack the line of scrimmage because they know they have no running game whatsoever, then you've got a big-time problem. He's been dealing with that. And as a result, they've gone to the playoffs twice with an 11-4 record, 11-5 record. I'm just looking at Andrew Luck, and I'm saying, you're Pep Hamilton. I understand that last night was an aberration, particularly in the first half. But when money time arrives, I listened to Chris Carter, who agreed with you, Skip. I listened to Matt Golick, who agreed with you, Skip. I respectfully disagree with all three of y'all, and I'm rolling with Trent Dilfer when he says after the game last night, this is your best player. This is the star of the team. This is your quarterback. You are driving. You tied 27-27. This is your time. Take us there. That's how I look at it. I'm going down with my best. I'm not handing the ball to Trent Richardson or Ahmad Bradshaw over giving the ball to Andrew Luck. I'm not doing that. That's just me.